Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. I'm so glad that you could join me. And first, let me say Happy Mother's Day weekend to everyone out there. Today, what we're going to do is I'm going to work with the Everything is Rosy bundle. This is a bundle that you can now purchase for a limited time. That's for this month only or until supplies last. So let me just put my glasses on so I can see everything. Now everything's clear back there. Okay, so the Everything Rosy bundle. It comes with 18 stamps, 10 dies, 6x6 designer series paper, gold foil, printed dies, rose cut dies, rose gold adhesive back mirrors, Melon Mambo ribbon, Night and Navy ribbon, and gold shimmer paint. So you get a lot. Good morning, Maureen. You get a lot of things in here. Now in the US, it's $80. Okay, I know that sounds like a lot, but when you see all the product that you get, and just think about this, just the die and stamp set alone is well over $50 value. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It may not be for everybody, and that's fine. It's up to you. I personally love it. So, and I'm even doing a class on Tuesday with it. So if you're watching my video right now, my Facebook Live, you will be doing some of these cards, but you'll be doing a lot more. So, hi everybody. Good morning, Lisa, Stacy, Carolyn. How's everybody doing? Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first I want to bring in just a recap. Here's the stamp set. And the sayings are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I just love the sayings themselves. And of course, we have the dies. This was on my last video. You can go back and see that if you want to see everything up close and personal. You get the die cuts. You get all this gorgeous paper, including foil paper. Here's the little mirrors. Here's the label die cuts. Okay, you get quite a few of those. You get the rose gold shimmer paint. And what else do you get? The ribbon. You're going to see all this today. Okay, so what I'm doing today is, first I'm going to bring in, I'm going to try to get through as many samples as I can. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the samples first. So here's just a quick, easy card. And I paired it up with the Retiring Powder Pink. There's the two little mirrors there. Okay, you can also put some rhinestones in there if you want. And then it opens this way. This is just a thank you card. Now, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to bring it up close. You may not be able to see it. I used the shimmer, or the gold, rose gold shimmer paint in one of our spritzers. Filled it with alcohol and about 5 drops of the rose gold, and then spritzed the paper. So it had a gold rose effect. Before I move this, just remember Stampersdelight.com. If you want to order from me and need a catalog, just contact me. There's my host code for May. Okay, but I can get you out, and my new catalogs will be here soon, so I can get you out a catalog. All right, so let's start with that one. I know I'm doing things a little bit different. I'm not showing you all the samples first. This is the powder pink paper, and of course I cut it lengthwise. And I'm just getting right into the stamping because I want to do more stamping today so you can see this gorgeous bundle. And like I said, I have a product class that I'm doing, so we're going to be playing with this. Okay, so here is, let me just grab a piece of cardstock so I can show you what I did with that. Okay, so here's the white cardstock. This one's not cut down, of course, because you do have to let it dry. I'm going to shake this up. Now let me bring it in. Hopefully you can see that it's all white. And I'm just going to spritz, spritz, spritz. But I don't want to do it near the camera because it'll get all over. Then I'm going to bring it back in so you can see it. Now it does curl And you're not going to be able to see that real well. So you do have to wait till it dries. Okay, so we're just going to put that over here for a moment. I'll bring in the piece that I've already done, and you can see just a tad of that shimmer rose gold. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Night of Navy. And remember, this is a clear set. If you can see through it, you want to use your mat. I'm going to bring this in. And I'm just going to stamp. And I don't have to re-ink every time if I don't want to. Just stamping some flowers. And each one's going to look different, depending on how I do this, okay? Put that right there. I'm going to bring in the powder pink, which is retiring. I know I just jumped right into the stamping, but that's because I have a lot of samples to show you. And one of them will be the shaker card. I know Megan asked me to do that again on camera. I thought I had done it, but I guess I didn't. Okay, so there I have my flowers. I want to make sure I clean that, so I'm putting that off there. Then I'm going to use the shaded spruce. Thank you. Yes, share my videos. And don't forget, if you order from me this month, you're in the drawing for that awesome bag. I'll be giving that away on May 30th. Your orders have to be in before that. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp some of these. Whoop, green. Right over it. Doesn't matter. Maybe put some here. Grab one here. And then I'm just going to grab one right here. Put one right there. I'll clean those in a minute. Let me put my ink over here so I don't get that in my hands. And that's it. Okay, and then the saying, I'm just going to use a thank you saying. Right over the shimmer. And let me bring that green one back in. I'm not going to re-ink it. I'm just going to kind of put that right over there. Ta-da! There we go. Okay. And then we're just going to snail, Tombow, whatever adhesive you use works. Layer it on the Night of Navy. This needs to be trimmed down just a tad. So even though I just put some ink on there, I'm just going to trim that down. It'll stick a bit, but it'll come off. Okay. The sizes, this is a regular, half a sheet of cardstock. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and then this is 3 3/4 by 5. Those are really my standard sizes. Okay, so then I have that. I'm just going to go ahead and snail that down. Lay it right up here. Could have had a little bit more blue showing there, but just look at that one. And then these cute little guys are the little mirrors. Now they are hard, so this piece might crack. What I found is once you get one of them out, you can just kind of slide it along. Pop one of them out. I'm going to see, I did it a little bit different. I didn't use that. I'm going to put one inside here. And then one inside here. Just scatter it a bit. Maybe I'll put it right up here. Okay. Yes, the Melon Mambo and the Night of Navy go with this, but then there's a light pink in there, and I found powder pink works, and petal pink works too. But I wanted to use the powder pink because that is retiring, so you do want to get that. And there you have a quick, easy thank you card. Now, if you wanted to dress it up just a tad more, I could bring in my rhinestones and add a few rhinestones in the middle of the ones that I didn't do the mirrors on. because you can never have enough rhinestones. There you go. Isn't that great? And then here's the other one. Again, I'll be putting these still shots up. Quick, easy card. Okay, so now let me show you the shaker card because I know that's what everybody's waiting for. I'm going to bring that in. I have everything set right here. Sorry. Okay. So let me put this right here. Okay, so this is the one I did. Okay. Now, normally, shaker cards, I would put things like beads, sequins behind it. But what I did on this one is I used the small stamps. And well, I should say I used all the stamps. I cut them out, and I left them back there to be shakers. You see how they're shaking? Some of them don't, get caught. Can you see that? They slide all over. This is the designer series paper that comes with it, the ribbon that comes with it. And again, I used the powder pink here, but we're going to use something else. I'm just going to take a sip of my coffee. Sorry. And then on the inside, I did this. Okay, so let me show you how I did that one. So I used our rectangular stitched framelits. I'll bring in the foil paper, and I left it on here so you could see it. I layered those two together and ran these through the Big Shot. And then I'm just going to pull it off. Now, here's the cool thing about this. When you pull that off, you could actually use this stitched edge for something else. Okay, so we never throw that out. Then these two, you're just going to pop. It does stick a little bit because it's stitched. Just pop, and the foil paper, you do have to be careful with. You don't nick it. So this piece I can use for another card, but I'm not using it right now. And there's my frame. I'm just going to pull that off. And I'm going to have the stitched frame from those two pieces. Okay, so the next piece, the way I'm going to start it is we're going to just play, and then I'll do the background. Okay. This is the background. It's going to go right over here. Let me just show you. Here's the base, the half a sheet of card stock. Okay, and this just gets layered on top. Again, it's a regular sheet of cardstock. This is, and the designer series paper is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, now we need a window sheet, the same size as this, and this might be a little bit bigger, which it is, so I'm going to trim that off later. Okay, this was, well, let's see. I should have wrote it down, but I was running a little late. This is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, and I will have to trim it a little bit, but sometimes it's easier if it's just a little bit bigger. What I do is Tombow works, snail works. I'm going to use my fast fuse because that's what I have here, and I'm just going to go and right around here add my glue. Okay, I have been using Tombow a lot more, but right now I forgot to put it over here, so I'm just going to use our snail. This is I'm sorry, fast fuse, but the snail would work too. Or tear tape works good too. You want to use something that's heavy duty. Okay, see how sticky that is? I'm trying to use all the pieces, yes. Valerie says, glad to see you use all the pieces. Yes, I try to use all the pieces. And I'm just going to layer that right on my window sheet. Remember, it's clear, so it's a little hard to see sometimes. Just going to layer that right on there. And then those extra pieces, that little piece right there, I can just trim off. For me, sometimes it's easier having a piece that's a little bit longer. Look at that, just glides right off there. There we go. Now, for the shaker part, that's going to go right there. I'm going to flip this around again. I'm going to use our foam adhesive strips. I find they work the best. And I'm just going to go ahead and wrap that around. And I use the edge too, okay, because it is usable. You can make it rounded. It doesn't have to be square. Let me grab another one. Megan asked if the Tombow would stick to the window sheet. I don't know because I've never used Tombow for it. I'm just getting into using Tombow more, so, but stay tuned. I can try it and let you know next time. All right, here's another strip. Just going to butt that right up next to the neck, that one, and go ahead and wrap it around. Get it right to the end. Tear it off, and this piece you want to save. Okay. Okay, so if you're using sequins here, there's two ways you can do this. You can put your shaker things in here and go like that. Or you can put your shaker little things here and just go like that. Okay, for this type of card, I can do that because I don't have sequins and stuff. So let me bring in the things that I'm going to be using for that. Okay, so I've already cut these out, already stamped and cut these out. You don't need to see me do all that. Bring those in. Okay, so this one, you see I used the larger ones. I'm not going to do that. And use the smaller ones. Plus, guess what? Our rose shimmer glimmer paper pairs up very nicely with that. So I'm going to add a few of those in there. I don't know how many I'm going to use yet. You can also use the foil paper, which I have in there, you see. And this was scraps, the little foil paper. So I'm going to go ahead and put some rhinestones, just so they show, in the middle of some of these. Doesn't have to be all of them, but I want some of them to show up. Put those right in there. And put a couple pink ones in there. These little guys I'm just going to put right in there. And see, I'm just putting it on top here. I can never have enough glitter and shimmer, so I'll put a couple more in there. Now I want a pink one. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some more rhinestones. The foam gives it just enough lift. Add a couple more of these. You get the idea. You can put as much or as little as you want in here. Okay, so I'm just going to leave those in there for now. Then I'm going to tear this piece off, pull off the little backing. And I'm going to center it. See, I just squished all my stuff in there. If I was adding some sequins, let me see if I have some sequins around. Yeah, I wanted to put just a plain color in here. Let's see what we got. We have the new ones, but they're on the other side of the room, so I know I have some that must match. And again, I'm just doing this to show you the difference. Okay, so let me just grab these. These are some old ones, okay? Some iridescent ones. I'll just sprinkle a few of those in there. Okay. This is the way I found it to be easy, unless there's beads and they go all over the place. And then I'm just going to layer that right on top. You're going to press it real tight all the way around. And then you're going to shake. Some of them might get stuck in corners as you're shaking it. Oh, it kind of looks cool with the sequins in there too. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is, this one has a bow. I'm not going to go with the bow today because you know how to tie a bow. And it would take me too long. So let me be honest about that. I'm just going to wrap it around. Actually, I'm going to do it a different way because I like to save as much of my ribbon as I can. Just going to put a little adhesive here. Wrap that around this way. I do this a lot. I use this technique here a lot. I go all the way around, and I also go over that ribbon just to keep it in place. I'm going to layer that right. Piece of paper got stuck here. There we go. I'm going to layer that right on my Night of Navy. And again, you can see the shaking. You can see the little guys in there. Tap it up the top for now. I'm going to get another piece of ribbon, just a smaller piece. And I'm just going to make sure that's laid down very well. I'm just going to tie this in a knot. And then just cut that as you need it. I always do it at an angle. There we go. Okay, so there's the card. Then I'm going to bring in my die cuts. Now, again, the pretty label die cuts we have that came with it. And you get quite a few of those. You get 2 sheets of everything. I'm going to bring in this one, and this has the foil, the gold foil. I'm going to bring in the congratulations. I'm going to do that in the Melon Mambo. I don't have my grid paper, so that I usually line this up on my grid paper. This is getting kind of old now. Let me just ink that up again. I want to make sure it's correct. There we go. Putting the dirty ones over here so I can clean them. Now you can prop those up on dimensionals if you'd like. I'm just going to use, again, my adhesive. Put that right in the middle here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more of my rhinestones. And I could have done this on the ones in there too, but for time's sake I didn't. Let me pull those out. Okay, and I'm going to put one of them, a larger one, right here. And I'm going to bring in my bronze blend, stamp and blend. And I'm just going to go over, it just gives it a very subtle bronze color. Can you see that? You might not be able to see it, but let me bring it up. I think you can. It just gives it a nice little bronze color. Excuse me. Now for the inside, time to celebrate all the lovely things in your life, starting with you. Again, the sayings are so great. The sentiments are great on here. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that. Take the smaller flower, just put my finger in it, stamp that, and again, I'm going to grab a smaller rhinestone, put that right there, and again with the bronze blends marker, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bronze color. Again, your snail would work. I have my fast fuse here. I'm using up what I have. We no longer sell that, but we do sell other adhesives that work just as well. And there you have a shaker card. This one had sequins. And there's the other one. Again, still shots will be there. So I hope you enjoyed the shaker card, but I'm not done yet. Okay, so I'm just piling up my cards over here because I do have to take the pictures. Let's see. Okay. The next one I want to show you is, let's grab that. I'm going to do it a little different too, but just so you can see it. This one, using, again, the framelits, you get this nice edging. Okay, and this piece right here was actually left over from, like if you cut this 6 by 6, you have this size left over. So it works perfect for this card. So let me bring that in. The other thing is I wanted to show you is this edgelet. You use your adhesive strips on the back, so when you pull it off, it's sticky. But for this one, so you can see the copper foil paper, I used our rose glimmer paper because it works so well together. So real quick, let me show you this. And this is what I mean. This was the leftover piece from this. So you're going to use everything up. Okay, again, Night of Navy. I chose and stuck with these colors since I'm doing my class on Tuesday. I would definitely change it up and use some greens and some, maybe the Seaside Spray or the Balmy Blue. Just going to bring that in. Here's the strip that was left over. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put that right down. And before I forget to let you know, I will not be on Sunday. Sunday's Mother's Day. Of course, everybody knows that. I've decided just to spend the day with my mom, my aunt, my sister, and my mother-in-law. So what are your Mother's Day plans? So I won't be on Sunday night, but I will be back next Friday. Okay, so for this one, oh, I forgot the ribbon. Okay, that's all right. I'm not going to try to lift that. You see how I have the ribbon around there? We'll do something different. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. Let me just cut this. Take my pick tool. Lift that up so I can start it. Okay. I'm going to snip that end right there. There we go. Now on this one, you do want to keep that edge. Okay. Now see how easy that pulls off? This is with the adhesive sheet. And again, I just need to snip the end. This is actually going to might be a little bit too long, but that's okay. You can snip it once I get it on. Just going to pull that right off. There we go. There's some little pieces in there. They pull out nice and easy. I'm just going to pull it over this side so it's easier to see which pieces have to come out. Pull that one off. And just throw it on the floor. I throw everything on the floor. That's what vacuums are for, right? And brooms. Okay. So there's the first one. And I'm just going to butt that right up to the edge of my card, my designer series paper, or you can even overlap it a little bit if you want. Press that down. Yes, thank you for sharing. I appreciate that more than you know. Now you can see the difference. Both of them look gorgeous, though. Okay, and then I have the other one, so let me just grab that. And again, this foil one was a leftover from this piece. You know, the edge here. I'll show you. Right here, this edge right here, I got 3 strips of that edge on there. I used 2 for this one, and I just showed you the last one. So you definitely can use up a lot of your product here. Okay, so let's pull that out. I just love the way when you use the adhesive sheets and you pull this off, most of it comes right off with it. And then just, again, I'm going to have a lot more samples with this after Tuesday, which I will post on my blog, Stampersdelight.com. I just wanted to do a few before my product class. Okay. And then just poke out the last few of those. Actually, you stick your finger right there and they come right out. Look at that. Okay. I'm going to butt that one right up there. Flip that over and just trim that one off. Leave me your comments, questions. I will answer them later. Oh my goodness, look at that. Gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, so here's some more of the die cuts. You can see I used that one. Of course, I used that one. So let's use this one. The larger one. Now, since I didn't put the ribbon down there, it really doesn't even need the ribbon. There's some little pokey things. You got to poke those little holes out, which poke out very quickly and easily with your, take your pick tool, or picky tool as I call it. I don't get them all out. Should have done that before so you didn't have to see me doing all this, but you get the idea. You pull it up like that, it kind of takes it out better. I'm just going to leave it. And that you can use our brush too, that will also get it out. But for now, I'm just going to leave them. If there's a couple extras in there, nobody's going to say anything. That's going to go right in there. Now, since I left the ribbon off, I'll do something else with that. Time to celebrate all the lovely things in your life. Or, this one I think I'm going to use, the birthday. May your birthday be filled with pretty things. And I'm going to go ahead with the Night of Navy. Fits perfectly in there. This one I'm going to grab some dimensionals, or since I have my strips right here and I have this one little piece left, let's use that. Just lay that down, snip it off. There we go. This one is not coming out right there. There we go. Okay. Put that right there. Okay. Now, since I forgot the ribbon around here, no worries. I'm just going to make a little bow with this beautiful, beautiful Night of Navy ribbon with the metallic edge. And it ties and makes bows so quick and easy. Of course, I'm also not worried too much about the bow, because anybody that gets the cards that you send, they're just going to be happy that you thought of them. And then I'm just going to take a glue dot, which should be right there, and I'm just going to glue it right there. So I'm just going to take a glue dot, smush it. I'm at the end of my glue dots here, so of course they're not in the box anymore. Put one right there. I think one's on my fingernail, it is. And then on the inside, since this one had the birthday saying on the inside, I'm going to switch them up a little bit. And this one will have the other sentiment. Right there. Okay. And then for this one, and the inside, what I did was there's also these great little flowers. So I'll grab one of those little flowers. Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab this one instead. No, it's too big. I don't like that one. I'm going to do this one. All right, so it's got the foil flower. And I'm just going to put that right in there, just like I did that one. And there's the inside of my card. Again, I have so much stuff here still to make so many cards. It's unbelievable. I really love this. You also have these. I'm going to show you 2 more samples. You also have these die cutouts. So let me show you. Now, I'm not going to stamp this one, but I am going to show you what I did with it and explain it. I'll bring it up close. There's another great framelit, which is the little leafy things. This is the foil one. Again, this is the rose shimmer paper. I did a frame just like I showed you. And if you can see back here, I took the white cardstock, I ran it through the Big Shot with our Country Floral embossing folder, and I spritzed it with the shimmer paint. Bring it down, and that's the inside. And that's using that already pre-cut dies, which you have. Look at all of them that you have. You can use 1 per card if you wanted. So that's 6, 7, 8. You got 16 of these, plus the gold foil ones. I'm telling you, the kit is worth the money. But only you can make that decision. This is just my opinion, okay? And again, that's the inside of that one. Oh, Megan, thank you. Megan says she wishes she lived with me. I wish I could do this all day and I didn't have to go to work. Here's another one. At first I did simple stamping and I just stamped the outer edges and with the ribbon. And then I added a few extras. So those are the cards that I've done so far with the Everything Rosy kit. If you'd like to order this kit, contact me, Stampersdelight.com. I'll bring in the other cards. These were the 2 shaker cards. So I hope you like the shaker card. I do those, you know, I thought I did a video on that, and then I looked back through my videos and I showed you a few, but I didn't actually show you how I did them. And then, whoop, that one's upside down. These 2 quick and easy. Look, that one's still upside down. There we go. Robin, this is the, I'll bring it back in. Robin, this is all from Everything is Rosy kit that you can purchase right now. That's what I used, except for the rose shimmer paper. And I will have everything in the comments when I'm done. Okay, I will add everything. So again, I hope you enjoyed the cards. Check back on my Facebook page and my blog, Stampersdelight.com. That's my blog. And I will have the still shots shortly with the items used. I really hope you enjoyed my video. I will get back to something old and something new next Friday. Remember, I won't be on Sunday evening because of Mother's Day. I wish you all a great weekend and a happy Mother's Day. Thank you for tuning in. Share my videos, and I'll be back with you next week. Bye. Happy stamping.